you're trying to quit your addictions, your compulsive behaviors, or anything that doesn't align to your goals or your identity, or anything possibly you are trying to stay away from, but you find yourself doing it again. There's just one mindset that could change the narrative. There's one mindset that could change the whole story for you, and it's not living your life trying to quit that thing. I see a lot of people online doing challenges, no fap streak. They're telling you they are so amount of days sober. It's 3 months now, they've not smoked. It's 3 weeks now, they've not drank any form of alcohol, and so on. This means you are living your life trying to quit that thing. That is why you cannot quit. That is why you keep falling back into that loop. Reason being that your identity, your whole life depends on this. You wake up first in the morning, you try to quit your addictions instead of just living your life the right way, living your life the normal way, going about your activities, going about your day normally without even thinking of your addictions. Because when you think about your addictions, your life now becomes your addiction. And then you waste all your willpower that you have during the day to quit these addictions. And before you know, you fall back into the loop. So instead of saying you're on day 10 of no fap, or you're keeping 100-day no fap streak, what you should do is just go about your day normally. And when you continue living your life like a normal human being, then your addictions goes. It's as simple as that. It sounds really easy and unbelievable, but until you try it, stop trying to quit your addictions. Change your life. Live your life normally. When you start living your life in alignment to self-improvement, you start reading, you journal, you meditate, you go to the gym, you do real things that are wholesome, that will improve your life. You read books, you learn a skill, you upskill yourself. You become more social, you spend time with loved ones and family and friends. Your life gets better, the quality of life gets better. You have a better identity, and then your addictions, your compulsive behaviors will reduce. I'm not promising you that when you start doing all these things like going to the gym, reading, walking, journaling, your addictions will go. I'm not promising you that. But I'm saying you have a better quality of life where your life doesn't really depend on your 7 day of no fap. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's not that you are not going to be trying to quit your addictions. You're not going to try to be quitting your gambling addictions, your smoking, your drinking, playing video games. You're not trying to quit them. I'm not saying that will not occur. Of course, you are trying to quit them. I'm not saying you are not trying to quit your addictions. All I'm saying is your life should not be aligned to just quitting addictions. Because when you get obsessed with the idea of trying to quit that addiction, that becomes your life. First thing in the morning when you wake up, you are trying to quit your addictions. That becomes the sole purpose of your life, trying to quit addictions instead of just living your life normally. And then when your life gets better, your addiction reduces. All right? Do you not get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying you shouldn't say you want to quit your addictions. Yes, it's a fine thing. It's a good thing to say you want to quit your addictions. But your whole life should not be lived about quitting addictions. Day 10 of no fap. I'm on a 100-day no fap streak. 20 days challenge. Why then do you relapse? Why then do you go back to your addictions? It's because your whole life depends on this. So live your life normally. Improve your life. Read, meditate, journal, go to the gym. All these things I've been preaching on this platform. All the things I've been preaching on this community that I'm building here. Everything I've been talking about here is just about improving your life. And we here are guys that are trying to crave for a better future. Right? We are rejecting the modern excess. We are restoring human balance, and we're just living our life to the fullest. That's what we preach, and that's how we live here. So I'm not saying you are not trying to quit your addictions. Of course, you are trying to quit your addictions, but live your life on self-improvement so that the addictions will gradually phase out. Because when you have good quality of life, tell me how you'll be addicted to anything. Your addiction is not even the problem. Your addiction is a symptom of a bigger problem, which is that of mental health. I made a mental health guide previously. You can go back and watch that video. And I'll see you in the next one.